And welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Rob Schmidt. The Trump campaign hyper-focused on the state of Pennsylvania. The campaign filing a major lawsuit in the Keystone State alleging voter fraud in 2 different counties. And joining us now is Pennsylvania Congressman Guy Reckenschaller. Thank you so much for joining us, Guy.
Rob, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Good morning to you. Yeah, absolutely. You've accused Pennsylvania officials of working to steal the election from President Trump even before this all started. How did you come to this conclusion? What is the allegation here?
Well, Rob, it was really easy. I mean, before the election, you had the governor, the attorney general, and the secretary of state, who, of course, is in charge of elections. They all made statements saying that Joe Biden was going to win the election. The AG himself said, the attorney general himself said, when all the ballots are counted, Joe Biden is going to win this election. How do you have a predetermined outcome of an election, especially in a swing state like Pennsylvania? So they had a predetermined outcome in mind, of course. Now, what you're seeing with these recounts, what you're seeing with these ballot counts is a lot of discrepancies, just mathematical improbabilities in a lot of areas. We also have affidavits everywhere from Philadelphia to Erie, Pennsylvania, where there is fraud that's being alleged, and we have evidence in the form of sworn affidavits supporting the allegations of fraud.
Yeah, and you have these, I guess, people that just only voted for Joe Biden and voted for nobody else, which some people think seems a little bit suspicious. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court allowing the ballots to come in without postage marks, without signature verification, or even without a stamp. How did they allow that to happen? What was the reasoning to allow those ballots to come in and be counted?
So this is what happened. The General Assembly updated the voter law to expand mail-in voting for the COVID issue. However, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court then came in and grossly expanded the expansion that was done by the General Assembly. And like you said, it included collection of ballots up to 3 days after the polls closed. It included disallowed signature verification. It also said that you could take naked ballots or ballots that didn't have postage. That clearly is a recipe for fraud, and that's what we're seeing. The focus on Republican poll watchers not being allowed to watch the counts is very suspect, because it's very likely, or we could make a fair assumption, that the ballots that came in post-election were being commingled or mixed with the elections that were legal. So now we have a disaster where we don't know which ballots were legal and which ballots were illegal. When you're talking about a couple 100,000 votes, that's an issue. And
we don't know if the federal Supreme Court's going to get involved in that one. We're going to have to wait and see on that. It is Veterans Day, sir, and you are you're a Navy veteran. Am I correct? Would just like to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And just ask you real quick to tell us about your time in the military in uniform.
Well, briefly, I was very fortunate. I volunteered to deploy to Baghdad, Iraq. I was a prosecutor in the Central Criminal Court of Iraq, where I prosecuted terrorists in front of Iraqi judges using Iraqi law through the use of interpreters, and had just under 100 convictions. I'm very fortunate to have been given the assignment that I was given. So it was an honor to serve.
That is fantastic. Congressman Reckenschaller, thank you so much for your service, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Rob.